Welcome back for another While You Were Leaping Live, y'all. I'm your girl, Dre Brown. And tonight, y'all, we are going to be vibing our way right into our very best lives with a guest that I am so excited about, truly inspiring, truly energizing. And I know you will not soon forget her. I'm talking about the phenomenal Natascha Hardee. Now, before I bring her out. She ready. You ready, Tasha?
I'm ready.
I know. I want
I'm
to tell y'all.
ready.
Ready, sit back and relax. I'm going to let them know why I consider you, ma'am, a truly trailblazing individual in this leaping lifestyle, right? Natascha Hardee is the vibrant founder of Hardee Life and a pro-aging pioneer. She has dream chased her way through over 50 years of health and wellness magic and credits the last 20 years to mastering midlife. She also masters technology, as y'all can see. She got all the devices, okay? She empowers women to embody aging with confidence and joy and combines deep personal insight with a wealth of professional expertise and her own signature style of humor, which you will soon get to try out for yourself to help women reinvent their golden years. Now, for all of y'all that are looking at your screen like, wow, I know this lady. You may remember her most recently as a standout fan favorite on The Golden Bachelor on ABC, where her challenge to wedding guests to get your butts out your chairs and make a difference in your life went viral. Yes, ma'am. Went viral and inspired fans everywhere. She is also a laughter yoga leader, fitness trainer, and lifestyle coach, here to empower you to explore lifestyle upgrades that will help you thrive at any season of your life. My friend, my former trainer, yes ma'am, and OG leaper, Natascha Hardee. Hey, friend.
How are you? Thank you for having me.
Oh
Thank
my
you everyone for
goodness.
tuning in. I appreciate you all for being here. And I'm so excited for tonight because I gotta honestly say, you are probably the only person who has interviewed me that knows me for a decade plus.
And I mean, we done some work, friend. I mean, I had to. So, y'all, when we talk about really leaping and having a leaper lifestyle, like I think that by now you are our fourth guest in this inaugural series, and what I think people understand now is that the leaper lifestyle it varies, but what it does is it's a character building, embrace and character embracing lifestyle, because you got to love you and you got to really bet on you to truly be a leaper. And you have done that for decades, right? And and right now with the since we've known each other, you have been in this magical midlife season. And I have always, I'm gonna tell y'all, when I said to myself, when I get there, let me get there and let me rock it like Natascha, because ma'am, you coached me. You were my fitness trainer, and you really helped me transform so much in my life. But you were like, we used to walk down the street and people would be like, y'all sisters know. You would always remind people that you were old enough to be my mom, and I'd be like, don't say that, Tasha. And you'd be like, I have no issue letting people know how old I am, ma'am. And I love that. And I'm so grateful that you joined us here, because you truly inspire me all the time. We hang out and I'm always energized after I leave you. So I wanted to bring you and sprinkle some of this joy and this love on our While You're Leaping community. And I want to get started with my first question, because y'all out there that watch the show, y'all know we have different flavors of leapers, right? And the flavors are really just kind of, we understand that people leap for different reasons. We leap into life differently. Some of us are strategic and sweet. Some of us are spicy and spontaneous, but you identified as our third group, which is our self-care savory. They're the people that, the flavor, you want it to sit on your tongue a little bit longer. You're experiencing life through all your senses. You are leaping into abundance, health, softness, care, joy, all of those things that your body needs to feel that really replenishes you. My question for you is, what makes you chase wellness so passionately? Like, what makes you chase that self-care?
Very simple. Again, I can say my mom. My mom was a woman who I watched struggle with weight. My mother, although she was a Rubenesque woman, a heavy set woman, she had an exercise practice where she would swim at the Y, and she had a daily yoga practice, and she would walk or exercise. She just couldn't get her mind wrapped around the eating component. And so as a toddler, I was my mom's yoga partner in the studio called our living room floor. So this is like really in my DNA. On top of that, when I was around 12 years old, I went to just randomly go visit my uncle and my aunt. And my uncle, who is my father's brother, I went to the house, and he actually was laying out on the floor. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with Uncle Frank, Auntie. I went downstairs because he was always a jokester, but he had a stroke. And I found him enough time to save his life. And they said if I didn't find him then, he might have expired, right? So I do believe between my mother being athletic or active, I would say active, and her struggling with weight and finding my uncle on the floor, those two are very pivotal components in my life for staying well. And both sides of my family, my father and my mother's side, struggle with weight gain. And I just knew from a child, I didn't want to be weighing my food and drinking diet sodas and all the things that I saw my mother did.
I mean, these are real life. This is real. I mean, I think so often, I appreciate you saying that, because let's be clear, this is a woman who is yelling at the top of her lungs, I have been in the game 50 years. So let's do the math. Let's make the math out there, ladies and gentlemen. She was a toddler seeing her mother go through the process of trying to achieve a healthier lifestyle. So to all of y'all out there that have these little babies that are watching y'all go through whatever y'all are out here doing to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve, know that it's making impact, because it definitely rolled right into your lifelong commitment to wellness. Now, considering what you shared and how that was so, impactful on you, do you feel like you've never not had a wellness commitment, like as an adult? Like it was just there from day one?
Yeah, it's been a part of my life, I would say, particularly when I went to high school performing arts, and it was taught how to eat healthy, how to take care of your body. And I really feel like I adopted the wellness practices, was able to integrate what I was seeing my mother do, but from more of a positive space, opposed to this kind of like struggling. That impact shifted when I went to the high school performing arts. And so as an adult, I've always maintained I've always maintained a wellness practice. It's so interesting you say that, because sometimes I might not see anybody for years. I ran into an ex of mine in Atlanta last year, and he said, do you still drink lemon water? And I lived in Atlanta in 1990, from 1996 to 1999. And so I'm like, wow, I've been doing
remember But it's like, and you're like, yes, actually, I still do that. That's like a part of my. But the thing is like what we do that takes care of us. We don't know how influential that is on other people. Because that for that to be a question, it's like, oh, that's something I remember being your partner. I remember that being something so, connected to your lifestyle. While you're talking about like leaping into, wellness and chasing your wellness so passionately, for our listeners, like I tell people all the time, they know that I've worked in body confidence for a very long time. I am very much a proof of concept when it comes to both the work I'm trying to do internally, emotionally, but also physically. And I remember when we started training together, we trained together pretty much a decade ago, started about 10 or so years ago. And I just remember when we started training, your process was very much she trained me from the soul out, y'all. It was like, and I was in such a hurry to get to my get it girl. I was so ready that she said, "Oh, we'll get to the get it girl. We will get to the get it girl." But there were so many seeds that she planted through lifestyle and just unlearning some of the things that she could recognize in my behaviors, because she was like, we're not going to get progress if we don't drop that off. So I want to know two, it's a two-part question. How do you coach clients into just seeing the joy in transformation? Now, whether that be your fitness clients, your coaching clients, but seeing joy in the process of transformation, because all leaping and dream chasing is full of, that you can guarantee, is there will be transformation and transition perpetually. And what is your number one suggestion for those who are just trying to embrace a changing body? Now, embracing a changing body, whether that is because they are doing a lifestyle shift or whether it is just because their body is aging and it is changing form. What would be your top suggestion for just embracing that with joy as well?
Okay, so I'm going to work these questions backwards, and then what I don't get, just remind me, okay? So number one is be patient with yourself. What you just asked, like, how do you embrace it? You get to be patient with yourself in the process of, and have an accountability partner. I see people in the gym all the time doing the craziest things, and it just behooves me.
What do you see that drives you crazy?
Just people being on the machines the wrong way. Just they're on the machines. This, that like I
know that drives you crazy.
Gym like this, like don't look, but it's on the treadmills the wrong way, the elliptical machines, lifting weights inappropriately, working out on the weight machines. And real quick, I just want to say to people that less is more when you're starting out on a workout routine. I actually did a video on this last week, because if you just simply just go out and walk every day, that is simple. Just do that for at least a month, because there's so many tendons and attached to your muscles that got to get activated before you start doing all this other intense stuff, so you don't get injured. And be patient with yourself. Get an accountability partner. And here's what I want to tell someone: get an accountability partner that is similar to you. I see these people in the gym, like this person is 200 pounds, and then they have accountability partner that's 100 pounds. So one person's trying to gain weight, one person's trying to lose weight. That's not an accountability partner for you. You can't work together like that. Like, you don't even have the same goals.
You need someone in your season and in your sandbox. Is that what you're saying? Somebody that
it's like, that is not, and maybe that's all they can get. And if that's all you can get, then go for it. But the main thing is be patient with yourself. You didn't get there overnight, and you're not going to get to where you want to get overnight. And that's one of the main things that I tell people: be patient with yourself.
It's like the patience thing, because I was very impatient when Tasha was training me. I was like, Look, all this walking is cute, right, Natascha? But I want to be like the girlies on Instagram. I want to be pumping. I want to be squatting. I want to, I want to get ripped. Like when are we gonna get to that? And I think that was the first lesson you gave me was like you say you think you got all of this that you're trying to release in a week or in a month. You didn't. So do not ask it to move out so quickly. We gonna pace this out. But I think what also is really great about the accountability is that when you have someone that just wants to see you win just as much as you do. Now, this is not even just with physical transformation. This is with dream chasing. We all know we talk about a lot about community on this show. Your people are the people that you are jumping out this window with, because they're gonna be like, if you're gonna fly through the air on this idea, I'm gonna be right next to you. I'll be with you. And I think it makes for you knowing that you're not alone in processes that are scary is just so important. And also have fun. I think I would add that as your client, you always made training fun, and we gonna celebrate that a little bit right now, because one thing we do at While You Were Leaping, because we talk about some heavy stuff, is we have some fun sprinkled in the middle. And so we're gonna play a game real quick. Y'all know we like games out there. And one thing, for those of y'all who already follow Natascha Hardee, one thing that I love, and I'm laughing because she will just bring your spirit up. She like to sing, y'all, and she always got a song in her heart. This morning she woke people up. How did you flip happy birthday on us and tell us happy Thursday?
So I say, happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday.
You welcome her lives.
I always say, how you doing? So,
you always get a song in your heart, and it'd be like you could want to be in the gym with her, be funky. She ain't gonna let you be funky. She gonna get you. She gonna be singing. So we created a new game here While You Were Leaping, and we wanna crack it open with you. You're the first guest that we've played this game, and this is really like, this is our dedication to the fact that sometimes the only thing you can listen to, because the naysayers are out there, is what's playing in your head, your anthems, your music. So in honor of that, we have a game we call Lyrically Leaping. And this game is really just building your ultimate leaper playlist so that you can go out, because sometimes you got to roll the windows up in your car, turn your music up, and just say, F the world, I'm going head first into my dream. So I need to just explore this with you. So we're going to put together a little small playlist, and hopefully this will inspire y'all out there watching to really think about, what are you listening to that's powering your vision? Whether it's like powering that walk that you're taking to get your body transformation started, or just powering that walk to your boss's office to be like, yeah, this is my last day. I can't do this no more. So the first one is since you getting us up this morning with happy Thursday, what's your good morning, like, motivational anthem? What's the song? Give me artist and title.
I really like Pharrell's Happy.
Yes, that's a classic. I mean, he did that. You cannot listen to that song and be funky for too long.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yes. Okay. And my other one is Good Morning, Gorgeous.
Yes. I mean, Mary, if you put a Mary J, you could put Not Gonna Cry on and still get hyped, because Mary say, if y'all been watching me live through all I didn't live through, y'all better not be out there having a woe is me, because we know that Mary had been to the mountaintop. So yes, anything by Mary J. Number 2, your work it out. We call it a work it out because it's not about working out. It's about when you don't feel like doing the thing. Whether it is, I got to call this client, I got to write this invoice, even though you want the money from the invoice, you got to write it. I gotta do this, study this, whatever, because I'm working on a degree. I gotta do this for the kids, even though I'm tired. What is your work it out song? That song that gets you into action.
And on a count of 3, go, 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 go.
All right, Common, you got. Wait, now do you do a 3 countdown or do you need like a countdown to 20? Like, do you need like, because 1, 2, 3, sometimes I need 2 or 3, 1, 2, 3.
I need some, depends on who it is and how much amping up I need to do.
Okay. All right. This one, I think you probably have a few for these, but we're going to get the top. The third is the celebration, your achievement song. You are at the top of your peak. You have reached the goal. You leapt out the window. You trusted yourself, and now you have a win. What are you playing?
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden.
All right, Jill. Okay. So we are getting like, y'all, you see, if you are playing these songs in your head or in your car, you will understand why her cup is always overflowing. Now, on that same respect, we got peaks, we got valleys. Dream chasing is very much a cycle of ups and downs. So what is your out of the valley anthem? You'll get through the song that on days when you need to be lifted, or on moments when you just got to know when someone closed the door and you're waiting to see what window opens. What are you playing?
I turn on Miles Davis. Miles Davis. I listen to jazz. To jazz.
Anything by Miles. Yeah, it puts you
anything
in
by Miles. Yeah.
What about it? Is it the cathartic kind of pace? Does it make you think?
I feel like Miles is so intentional when he plays his music and structural. It's like structure, intention, and kind of like freestyle. There's room to grow in it, and I just feel his connection in my soul. It's like, okay, come on, we gotta
get it out.
Get there.
I see you just broke that down. See, y'all see why she be putting the songs in the vibes, because mama know what she's talking about. Okay, all right. So the next one is your replenishment song. You have cranked out a week's worth of, you've been coaching all week. You done poured out everything that you got in that 5-foot frame to pour into all your clients. You've done the thing. What are you listening to as you are refilling your cup? And this is really for my girlies out there watching who, like me, because I am now fabulously 41 and I'm leaping into my soft girl era. I am, my hustle grind days are I'm seeing them in the rear view. So I'm entering this place of divine feminine energy. So what is that song for you?
I would say the song for me for that would be Come
on, Anita. Right, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I need to break this right here. Women of a particular age, Black women especially, we know about that damn Anita. Sunday morning, Anita Baker Rapture album is like, it's a place to go. My mama was playing that while she was cleaning the house. And when you say it's your replenish, I feel that. I feel that like in my bones. So Miss Anita, I don't even feel right calling her just Anita Baker. Miss Anita. My mama had that. Anita Baker was my mama's like Beyonce. She had the haircut. She had everything. So tell me, what about that Anita song just rushes through you and fills you back up?
Well, the thing about Anita, when you listen to her music, you can tell that she's singing from the soul. It's so fulfilling and enriching. And whenever I hear Anita Baker sing, it takes me back to the late 80s when I was, my son was younger, and when I had my boyfriend, and we used to like hang in the village and hang out for the weekend, and we were always doing the family thing. And he loved Anita Baker. That's how I know about her, because he was a real music buff. And it was just the way she serenaded. I feel like she was talking to me.
Oh, I agree. It was like a massage in song form. That's what it feel like. Okay. Thank you, Anita, for massaging us. Okay. I love that. So I think like, you know, that is like, that's why we say you gotta have all of your resources for while you're leaping. We say, you know, most leapers, we leap first and we discover our parachutes on the way down in free fall. And our parachutes are not, you know, they're proverbial, they're their people, they're the practices, they're the things that we collect that helps us sustain us because we've already done the leap, right? We're already out here flying through the air, trusting. But there are things we collect, and music is definitely one of those things. Also, joy. So I want to go to my next question with you because you are a laughter yoga leader. Let's say that again. Laughter yoga leader. I have heard of goat yoga. I have heard of puppy yoga. I've heard of a lot of yoga. Hot yoga, which to me just feels like trying to stretch my life in a slave ship. I can't do it. I have tried. It is not for me. But, you know, and while you were leaping, we like to laugh. And we believe that having a sense of humor, especially about the valleys along the dream chase, they're so important. So I have a question for you. What is something, and we ask every guest this because I believe everyone has one, a moment in your dream chase. Now, we got to go back through the last 50 years because you were OG. But a moment in your dream chase while you were out here saying, this is what I want. This is the vision I have for Natascha. I want to be this activator in the world. What was something that happened behind the scenes that was not funny at the time, but now you can laugh and have joy in looking back at it like, woo, I really thought that the world was about to explode and I was going to fall inside and nobody was going to find me. But now I can laugh or have a sense of humor about it, you know, looking back.
I'm going to tell you something. This is something that's happened probably within the last 10 years. And that was when I moved to this apartment because I moved
And
my
let
one
everybody
bedroom.
know you in Harlem, Harlem, NYC.
Yes. And I moved 2 blocks over, right? So I moved from 119 to 117. And when I moved to this apartment, all of a sudden, well, before I moved to this apartment, my dad and my brother both passed away 2 weeks apart in the month of November in 2015. And I said that my father's gift to me was to get this apartment because I got this apartment offer before my brother transitioned. And I moved here and I got here and I got bed bugs.
Oh my God. If you are not a person if you are watching this and you ain't lived in New York City, that is not uncommon, people. Everybody and their mama in New York City had bed bugs at one point. I have bed bugs, everybody, yeah. And it was the worst. In 2015, I feel like it was everywhere.
Honey, I got those bed bugs and I didn't know what was going on. And then of course, you know, when it first occurs, you feel like you got the heebie-jeebies.
You got to get rid of everything, burn everything, wash everything. Oh,
yeah, so it's real interesting. So that was one thing. And then when I was going to work, because I talked about it on Facebook, the people at the job were concerned that I was going to bring bed bugs to the job. Because
and you y'all. I know. I can see how that was not funny at the time.
Yeah.
What about it are you able to find joy in right
now? What I find, the joy that I find in having that experience is I had bed bugs again and I knew immediately what to do and how to. So the joy is, you caught me once, you won't get me again.
You ain't gonna get me again. You know what? I love it. And you know what I will tell you is that is a very true notion, is that often in dream chasing, we don't just learn a lesson once. And sometimes it's like, yo, universe, like I learned this like 3 years ago. Why you trying to teach me like I didn't take this class already? I got my credits. No, we're going to give it to you again. Mm-hmm. But you know, as we grow, as we continue to progress, as we collect all these tools and these experiences, we just become better stewards of the randomness that can come. And I think that is just so dope. And so for all y'all non-New Yorkers, really understand when you hear about a New Yorker dealing with bed bugs, that's your soldier. That's the person you want to be in on survival with. You want them to when the apocalypse go down, call them because they got some skills that you might need because it is rough, y'all. It's rough.
And don't feel embarrassed about it because a lot of people had it. That's the other thing. You be feeling embarrassed, like, I don't want to tell nobody.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that we can feel embarrassed about as we move through life. And we think because often there are things that we think nobody else is going through. And I think so often that is the least of the truth. You know, most people are just not sharing. So I want to get to the next question because this is something I think you get a lot of questions about. I have been with you when we have been surrounded by other young women like myself and they want to sit at the foot of the mother and just, you know, because we watch you move. And I'm going to tell you, Natascha Hardee has a line forming to the left. Okay. So if you out there trying to get with Natascha Hardee, just know you might be waiting a while. And we saw it when you brought your fine behind on the Golden Bachelor. So you're out here like, I'm living, honey. I want to know because I also do this, y'all. I put this shirt on today in celebration of, you know, the queen of pro aging, but also the top says Dorothy in the streets, and the bottom says Blanche in the sheets. This is a family show, so we're gonna keep it right there. But I just want you to know I've always been in my golden era. I've been down with, you know, I feel like I'm a little bit more of a Rose Blanche combo, but I'll take it. I want to know what is your advice as a leaper, but also as a woman in midlife that is embracing love passionately. What's your advice for those out there looking to leap into love with courage at any age, especially us girlies who are, you know, I said I'm 40 fun, I'm 41, but are single and are in a space where they're like, I'm looking for a partner, but the older we get or the whatever their lifestyle is might be reducing their courage to go out and seek love.
Yeah, I no, it's plain and simple. Like you're never too old to go after anything that you want. So get the word old out of your vocabulary. Get like I'm too old for ... Get that out of your vocabulary. That's number one. Number two is I have shared this. I was on WPIX last week and I said this that we are not taught how to date. Anyway, I wasn't, and I know many women aren't taught how to date. I feel like going to dinner with someone that you don't know is a huge commitment. And I think we didn't get to back it up a little bit. Like, let's have coffee first.
Let me have a glass of water right fast.
Let me see if I can have a conversation with you for more than 10 minutes. Or do I want to have a conversation with you for more than 10 minutes? And if that goes into some coffee, we can do that. Maybe we can do lunch next time, you know, and then then we can see if we can do dinner. In those three different environments, you get to see a person in a different way. I really feel that this idea of meeting someone and going to dinner is such a huge commitment. Like everybody's putting on the face and it's not you're not going to really find out what's in common. If you can get the person to disarm and be so casual, you'll hear from them, they'll hear from you. You can see what we got in common, what we don't got in common. Do I share this with this person? What are our likes, what our dislikes? And lunch will be the next layer. And I'm no dating expert. I just feel that there's a process in getting to know someone, and just like your girlfriends or your boyfriends or your friends that you have, it's taken a long time to have these friends that you've had for years or decades or make new friends. It doesn't happen overnight, and you can't expect that just because somebody takes you to dinner or interested in you that you going straight like we go into the altar. craziness, you
So you
know.
want to get married tomorrow?
Right, you already got, your ring picked out, you ready. And I think that we get to pull back a little bit and use your discernment at this stage of life because you have it.
Yeah. We have
Don't
lived
be
a
so
little longer.
crazy over the, I feel like sometimes we're so crazy because, and I'm guilty of this. At one point I was like, I'm 49, I need to be married, why aren't I married? And I was in a relationship with someone, had a great summer relationship, the summer fling with them. It was great. And I dragged that on for 3 years because I was lying to myself that I needed to be married. And I wasn't looking at all the signs. And when at the end of that, when I saw, I was like, this should have ended in September of year one, after we spent the summer together, because there were so many red flags that I just ignored because I was like, oh, well, we're gonna get married, and we didn't.
Yeah.
And it was painstaking. Like, don't do it to yourself. And we get to, like, you may have had a dream for yourself when you were younger. I'm gonna be married by this time, or this is what I want to, and let that go. You cannot let a mindset or a vision, a dream you had for yourself as a child to dictate how you manipulate relationships now. I'm not saying let go the idea of being married or wanting to be in a relationship. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, don't let being married be the driving force for you to be in these relationships and they're not good. Like, let that go and now use your discernment as an adult in relating with people, and you can let that go so you can now use your own common sense and be like, oh, this isn't working, let me move on. This isn't working, let me move on. Because if you keep staying in these relationships, or you don't give yourself breathing space between relationships, and I mean, sometimes you need breathing space. I mean, I haven't been in a relationship since 2015. So because you got to heal. There's something in there that needs some trauma that gets to be healed or looked after or resolved. Get that stuff out the way, because when you go into relationships wounded, you're expecting somebody to fill a void in you, and you're the only person that can fill your void. And the only way you're going to do that is by healing the trauma and seeing that you have a void, because nobody can't love you. Only you can fill your cup, and then they add to it. Like these people are coming together. Like somebody told me years ago, you have 3 relationships: the relationship with yourself, the relationship with your partner, and the relationship with your friends. And so if you're the kind of person that get into a relationship and you can't engage with your friends, something is off there.
If you can't maintain each of those spaces together,
if you don't have time to spend time with your friend, and you're all in with this person, there's something going on there. You got to work on that. And I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but it's the real deal. And you got to like what is live, what's real, what's live, what's Memorex.
okay.
What's live, what's Memorex.
No, and for y'all that don't know what Memorex is, that's an OG term. Okay. But I received that, and I think I think for so many of the women that you coach, I know as you embrace sharing with them, embracing midlife requires seeing all of these things that have been narratives that may have been a part of our past, reimagining them now with what is showing up now in our reality. And I think that's a great key, because we get to dream differently. We get to have new dreams. We get to have, that's what While You Were Leaping, we talk to a lot of pivoters. People are very comfortable pivoting in professional spaces. But if we pivot in the way that we see ourselves in love and in relationship and in friendship, I mean, even platonically, I talk to a lot of women now that are talking about reevaluating their girlfriend friendships and their sisterhood friendships, and pivoting and switching around kind of like what's working as they get older and as they decide what really works for their life. So let's snaps for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
This
appreciate
is a time in your life where you reevaluate your relationships, because you've grown, your friends grown, some of y'all are going in different directions, and it's okay. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's
it
okay.
is. And I mean, like I'm sure you've had that go, in your life. You talk about things come in, things go out. And so that's why I love how you coach, because you're like, you get to gain a lot of new things, but also you get to make space by letting things go.
Mhm.
So, you ready for another game, friend?
Yes, I am.
I mean, I love a game, and I know that this is gonna give us so much value because you are full of every time I see you, you got, oh, you need to read this, or I heard about this, or you want to try this tea, friend, because this. I be like, Tasha, you just got you are literally like Yelp for like lifestyle stuff. So I want to play our game, Leap or Lightning Round, with you. And this is literally like, I just like when you get people who have lived and who have these amazing lives, I like to squeeze the lemon as much as possible to get this out. So I'm going to throw out it's really quick. I throw out a leaper related topic, and I need you to just give me what comes off the top of your head, first thing off your head. And we're gonna see, because usually this is what is cooking around in there already. So you ready to go? Rapid fire. Here we go. Favorite de-stress workout?
Walking in the park.
Okay. Childhood dream job?
Dancing on Broadway.
Come on. Big win celebratory meal. What are we eating when it's going down?
I'm doing a vegan burger with same thing I said at when I was in Bachelor Nation. Vegan burger, avocado,
Ooh,
pretzel bun with some sort of wonderful sauce.
that sounds
Potato
good.
fries.
Oh, gotta get the sweet potato
and
fries.
a milkshake that doesn't have non-dairy milkshake. Yeah.
Non-dairy milkshake. Love it, love it. We're gonna have to find you a place to get all of that. What is your recharge getaway destination?
The beach.
Any beach? Any beach.
Preferably in the Caribbean, outside of the United States.
Okay. All right. Favorite mental health practice?
Meditation.
Okay. Book that changed the game.
Ooh, there's so
You
many.
got a lot of those.
Oh my gosh. I would say The Master Key. That was one of my early books that I read. The Master Key.
Who is that by? Do you know? You remember?
I don't remember who it's by, but it was The Master
Key.
Key.
We'll share that with y'all after the fact. All right. Biggest fail that you bounce back from?
When my son's father took me to court to get custody of my son, and he won.
Oh my goodness, that's a big and you did bounce back from that.
Yes.
Powerfully. Okay. Person who can always make you laugh?
I would say myself.
What? I was gonna argue when it's not you, because you tickle your damn self. I love it. I love it. All right. Thing you are happiest that you stopped doing?
Taking dance classes.
You're happy that you stopped doing that?
No, I'm not. Thing that I stopped doing that I'm happy.
Yes.
People pleasing.
Oh, yes. Agree. Ditto. All right. And last but not least, favorite morning affirmation?
Favorite morning affirmation, I say, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let me rejoice and be glad. I am happy and healthy. Everything is always working out for me.
Oh my God, that's a word. And my producer, who is so magical, just dropped in my notes that the Master Key System is a
Yes.
personal development book by Charles F. Hanel, and that's Hanel for any of y'all out there that's looking for the Master Key. All right. Well, we got a little bit of time left, Tasha. So I want to go ahead and I want to get to what leaps are you preparing for now? And how can this, while you were leaping community, pour into those leaps? Because you've been leaping for 50 years. We know you're not finished yet. So what's coming up for you?
What's coming up for me is Celebrity Family Feud.
Oh, when we gonna see you up there?
So the group of women from the Golden Bachelor, there was 10 of us, and we were on Celebrity Family Feud. We are on there, and that's coming up in June. I don't have the date yet.
Oh my God.
What else is coming up is I'm working on a panel. We talked about this yesterday.
Yes.
Dre and I are working on doing a panel for women to come and talk about what's happening in this stage of life that people are not talking about.
Midlife, y'all.
Yeah.
And just for the people out there, can you please tell us at what point does midlife start? Because I know it's going to be hard for some people to hear, but at what age do you consider the start of midlife?
Midlife starts at the age of 40 and go through the age of 64. So now I say I'm midlife and beyond, because in a couple of years I'm going to be in the next stage. So
you're a midlife master though right now.
Yeah. And the reason why I say this to people, because it does take 24 years to get through the process of midlife. You got menopause. Some people are going through divorce. Some people are empty nesting. Some people are losing parents, taking care of parents, making sure their parents are together, getting their self together, reinventing themselves, learning about themselves. Stop doing all the things for everyone else. And that's a process. And remember, it took you 10 years to go from being a teen, from a kid to a teen. So that's from like the age of 10 to 19. You were an adult from 20 to 40 or 39. So come on, y'all.
Give ourselves some time. Give ourselves some time.
Act like you know.
I love it. So we got Celebrity Apprentice. I mean, not Celebrity Apprentice. Please don't say Celebrity Apprentice. Lord Jesus. Celebrity Family Feud. Even though I think with the different hosts, you'd be good on that show as well. So Celebrity Family Feud with your Uncle Steve.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see you on that in June. And then you have your panel coming up, your Mastering Midlife panel. So y'all, we gonna collab on that. So stay tuned for that. What about, like, you are actively coaching and you've developed some tools for the girlies and who are trying to master midlife. I think we can drop that on the screen. We got some, if you guys are interested in tapping into Natascha Hardee's suite of opportunities and resources, hit her Stand store. The link is rolling on the screen right now. But you can also go to her Instagram profile. Remember to follow her at Natascha Hardee, and at Hardee Life. It's Natascha Hardee at Hardee Life. Is up on your screen right now. Please remember that when we find champions that help us through resources and through inspiration, love on these people, because these are the cup fillers. So please pour into these people and fill their cups. So yes, follow her at Hardee Life, and definitely download. You have a free midlife booster guide. What's that about? Tell me about that real quick.
The midlife reboot is for people it's a 30-day challenge. It's a positive challenge. So it really conditions you to be in a positive state of mind for 30 days. And it's a freebie, because, you got to take time to do these things.
Is this like the Kickstarter? Like, should people check this out before they try to book a coaching session with you? Is this how they
it is. It's a Kickstarter, but if you feel like you want, like, you picking up what I'm putting down, I'm resonating, we resonating, you vibing and feeling me, and
I'm feeling you.
Book a session.
Go ahead and slide and pick up that that midlife reboot guide. as well as booking a session with her. And don't forget to follow her at Hardee Life. Natascha, I could talk to you all night long, but I know we almost out of time. So we're gonna have to do what next season we might have to come back, because I need some BTS from Celebrity Family Feud. And y'all saw her on The Golden Bachelor. If y'all got an uncle or somebody that's really trying to level my friend, please understand that only qualified applicants need apply.
No knuckle draggers, please.
I don't even know what a knuckle dragger is. But thank you so much, y'all, for coming. Thank you, Natascha. We do have another While You Were Leaping Live coming at you in 2 weeks, April 25th. Y'all, you do not want to miss this. For all my entrepreneurial, magic journey dream chasers and journey partners, and all of our accountability partners that are out here trying to make sure that we don't fall short on our commitments. Pull up. You will not want to miss this one either. And until then, remember the full episode of tonight's live. If your friend that needs to master midlife didn't catch it tonight, it will be up on our YouTube channel tomorrow. And Natascha, I just want to thank you one more time for being such a light. Thank you for my own transformation, but I also want to thank you for all that you do in the world and keep us laughing. Remember,
yes, thank you for having me. Thank you for
my
having
pleasure. This was fun.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Oh my God. So we will see you next time. I always like to send y'all off with some kisses. Thank you. Oh, don't forget, no knuckle draggers when you try to hook your uncle up with Tasha, okay?
And let me say, if nobody's told you that they love you today, let me be the first to say I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Go be amazing, because you are.
Oh, I love it. I love you, Tasha. Thank y'all. We'll see you next time. This has been While You Were Leaping Live.